Welcome, surf fans, to the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach.
Beautiful gouging turn from Ethan around the corner again, flawless.
Bang!
Yagodora favoring these left and launching into the air. Wow.
It is the 8:05 post-show, day 4 of the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach. We had women's round of 16 in the water, and a little bit of a drizzly day. Maybe some blessings from above. Hawaiian word for rain. Ua. Haha, that's today. I got that in today. I'm Kaipo, along with Megan Abubo, Strada Wazalewski. Strada, I'm going to go to you for your thoughts on today and the women's round of 16.
Buzzer beaters. That was what my thought for today. Everybody, right in the end, everybody, doing what they needed to do to get, and it built drama for these heats. And that's something that, we look at a day like today, you've got subpar conditions, but all of a sudden you're locked into these heats because right at the end, anything could happen. We saw that right from the beginning with Brisa.
Yeah, well, for the most part, Megan, it was the usual suspects. A couple of upsets, but for the most part, the usual suspects advancing into the quarterfinals.
It was, but I think what played to their favor was the experience out here at Sunset. It's not an easy lineup when it looks like this, and all the surfers that made their heats today, they really played it smart. They surfed smart heats.
Yeah, and speaking of the usual suspects, the GOAT, 8-time world champ, Steph Gilmore, had a challenge against local girl Zoe McDougall, Megan. But you know what? Steph Gilmore, silky smooth as always.
Yeah, Steph looked really good out here. She was quick. She was on fire. Love that every single turn she did in the pocket, she was constantly searching for those little nuggets that would give her the score. And again, surfing real smart.
Yeah, she looked like she was on a little bit bigger of a board, but she just ironed out all of those, bumps in the water. I was just so blown away by how well she made the waves look, or how good she made it look. I mean, she was surfing unbelievably smooth, so hats off to her. Obviously, she's the GOAT, but to see her go out there and stomp it down was awesome.
She stayed busy out there. 13 waves ridden for Steph Gilmore, and what's glaring right now as we look at the numbers, that 7.5, that was the highest score of the day. And so Steph Gilmore, that's why we call her the GOAT. So we'll see her in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I love Steph at Sunset. This wave is very pleasing to the eye for watching her style. Open face, beautiful arcs and turns. And like you said, Kaipo, a little more length, and it looks good on her.
Yeah, I think past champion. She's definitely looking for another one.
Speaking of past champions, Carissa Moore's won here at Sunset before. She's in the yellow jersey in her matchup against Luana Silva Strider. Carissa Moore, just solid as always, no matter what the conditions.
Patient, waiting for it, and then, sees the buildup coming and drops into it. So I think she knows how to shift gears as the wave shifts around on this reef. So that's something that you really have to understand and utilize your knowledge and timing. And that's what it's all about, because she's putting together great waves out here with timing and knowing when to load up and when to just crack the corner, when to back off the gas, sprays her opponent in the face. Beautiful work.
All right, so let's take a look for finals day as we eye up our quarterfinals. And I'm not going to call for picks, but I am going to say, who do you think is going to have the advantage right now, Strider, as we look at the 8 remaining surfers?
Well, I'll take the first one, Brisa Hennessy and Molly Picklum. This is going to be a heater. I feel like Molly has a little more fire against Brisa's smoothness, depending on the wave size, but I think Molly's going to have the shoe in there because of the wave size.
All right, well, let's get to the interview because quarterfinal number 4, Caitlin Simmers against Caroline Marks is here from Caroline with Laura.
Yes, Caroline must be stoked to get through that one. You've been dealing with a few things the last few days that have, put you in not tip-top shape, but you're pushing through and you got the win. You're into the quarters.
Yeah, thank you. It's been an interesting last week with the flu and then a crazy earache, and I haven't really been surfing that much. So I didn't really know how I was going to surf out there, but thankfully I was able to find a few waves. My board felt nice, and really stoked.
And what were you riding out there?
I was just riding a 5.8 Mapiolis Driver 3.0, his new model, and it felt really nice, low round tail, and Yeah, it was good.
And coming up against Betty Lily, you guys have lots of good battles over the years. So obviously a tough opponent, but good to get the win.
Yeah, for sure. I've come up against her. I actually had her at pipe in the exact same round, and it was a really grindy heat, and it was super close, and she got me there. So I really wanted to beat her, and have a lot of respect for her. So I'm sure it's first of many battles with her and I, and yeah, it was good.
Amazing. We'll rest up, and we'll see you into the quarterfinals on finals day.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, quarterfinal number 4 is going to be Caitlin Simmers and Caroline Marks. Speaking of finals day, let's look at the brackets for our men's quarterfinalists. I'm going to ask you the same question, Megan, that I asked Strider, but for the men. Not a pick, but who do you think has the advantage out of these 8 surfers for finals day?
I'd have to say Jack Robinson. He's, with the momentum for Pipeline, he's looking smooth, looking good, and really focused.
Strider, you can chime in.
You know what? I love this draw. I feel like it's a lot of new blood in there, and that's what makes me really excited. Obviously, your veteran in Felipe Toledo is somebody glaring at me in there, but I just, this thing's going to go either way. We're going to have kind of like head-high conditions I'm feeling for finals day, and that's something that's going to play into the picks here, on that day. And you got to imagine these guys are all those young guys have got so much fire and flair inside of them. I think we're going to see a new champion here at Sunset.
Okay, so we're looking at finals day, and let's take into Surfline with their forecast. Let's pick it apart and see what we got on the map, Strider.
Well, you can see us there sitting in the middle of that big Pacific Ocean as the swells come in, but that northeast arrow right there is our nemesis, so that's pushing down on top of us. Then we've got that other arrow from the northwest coming in, and that's what we're waiting for, and we're hoping that that thing comes in and gets through all of that northeast chop and the wind and the rain and delivers something for us. And I'm really hoping that I think around Sunday we'll see some action on that. If it says right there 4 to 6, 4 to 7, that's our day. We're in the yellow, which is offshore and clean. Conditions will be nice. Let's hope that swell shows up. We could be pleasantly surprised with even more, because it's coming underneath all that rain and all that weather and all that wind, and we could get some really nice waves here for finals day.
Yeah, we got 14 heats now, combining men and women, to get to the podium and crown a champ at stop 2 on the championship tour. Well, guys, let's get into the top 5 today. Number 5, Caroline Marks. This was the second highest score of the day, a 7-point ride for Marks. Megan?
Yeah, Caroline looking super quick on her backhand here. I love the look, just searching for that good section, and always jams it on her backhand, Caroline. She's looking great. Wouldn't have known she was under the weather.
Number 4, Caitlin Simmers, the rookies in the quarterfinal, Strider.
I love it. Skating across these little waves out here, effortlessly gliding across the dead zone to finish waves. You know what? On fire and not feeling any pressure as a rookie, blasting the tail out. Watch out, WSL women. She's coming for you.
2-time world champ, Tyler Wright. It was a hard-fought battle. It came down to the last wave between her and Macy Callahan. That's number 3, Megan.
Yeah, Tyler Wright showing why she's a former world champion here. Tyler, board's looking so good, and she's looking very fast out there. I feel like we're seeing a rejuvenated Tyler Wright this year.
Coming in at number 2, defending champ, Brisa Hennessy. Took it down to the last wave to overcome Sally Fitzgibbons in the opening heat of the day, Strider.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch this 2-turn combo, right here, where she just drives into another turn. So she did that on both of her scoring waves, stacking up multiple maneuvers in a critical part of the wave, and that's something that's going to get you through.
At number 1, Steph Gilmore with the highest single wave of the day, a 7.5, 13 waves ridden, and the GOAT doing GOAT stuff out there, defeating Zoe McDougall.
Yeah, Steph Gilmore, we saw what she did right as soon as she lost at Pipeline. She came straight to Sunset, and we've seen her clips all week. She's looking good. She's looking right at home. Steph's staying across the street. She's got to be the one to beat out here.
World champion form right there. I mean, I just can't say it. She had a bad start last year. She had a bad start this year, but now look at her, right back into the driver's seat. Watch out.
All right, well, thank you, Megan. Thank you, Strad. We're looking ahead to finals day. Remember, check in. WorldSurfLeague.com, 7:45 Hawaiian time for the call. With that, I'm going to say aloha and enjoy today's highlights.
Aloha kaka hiaka with a double shaka and a big mino aka.
Look at that arc, dude. That was sick.
Jumping 4x4. Hey, Shorty came with the best friend, got a bench press, but she want more.
Molly Picklam comes off the bottom, bang, right into that vertical section.
8-time world champ finishes it off. Slashes, and Harry's happy too.
The rookie getting the win over Tatiana Weston Webb.
Good combinations there from Caroline, and get one more.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.